Well, back and again to do another conjunction video. So today we're going to be doing our friend Mars and Mr. Rahu, and what happens when these two energy come together in a single horoscope. Well, I've already discussed what Rahu is many times. You know, if you're new to this video, watch my first video that I talk about Sun and Rahu conjunction. You'll know, but basically, you know, Rahu is that negative, obsessive energy that has all the material desires of the world and is willing to attain it at any means possible, whether it's cheating people, lying to people, you know, doing illegal things to achieve them. So that's what Rahu is. Now, what is Mars? Mars is a soldier. Mars is a fighter. Mars is anger. Okay, Mars is your fiery nature to accomplish things in your life. Mars is actually more of a force than even the sun to accomplish things. Like if you have Mars in your 10th house, man, you can achieve anything in the world. Nothing can stop you. Even if your sun is bad, moon is bad, you know. So, but Mars is a malefic planet like Rahu. Okay, because Mars tends to bring out the fiery nature in our side. That's why it's considered malefic. You know, it brings out the anger. It brings out that fighting ability within us. So when these two are together in one house, ultimately it amplifies and magnifies the anger of a person. So when this person gets angry, it's not just screaming and yelling. It's pretty much physically hitting the person to the pulp. Okay, it becomes a very violent nature. And I studied this actually 5 years ago during my intense astrology research days, that most murderers and most serial killers had Mars and Rahu conjunction. Now, if you have this, are you this person? No. Because also when this study was done by an astrologer, they also looked at the nakshatra. Okay, so if they were in the nakshatra of Mars or Rahu itself, that amplifies these things. But Mars and Rahu, okay, it really makes a person of a fighter. Like they are willing to achieve anything. So these are the people who, you know, those CEOs who screw their entire company, take their big bonus and leave. That's Rahu and Mars energy. Like they're willing, they have the fighting ability to get what they want, anywhere they want, any who and how they want, and they'll leave. Okay, they have that authoritative power because Rahu, you know, magnifies everything, and Mars is that authoritative soldier power. Now, Mars and Rahu also signify a very good politician or lawyer. Whenever these two energy come together, especially in the 3rd, 6th, and 10th house, this person has tremendous ability to become a successful politician, because Rahu represents politics. Rahu doesn't represent law. Okay, that's not what Rahu goes against that, but he represents politics. And in politics, breaking the rules is the number 1 rule. And Mars is that fighting nature to push, to go forward. See, like Mars is Mars is our willpower. Okay, Mars is our willpower. It's not our. It's kind of like a vitality, but it's more of our willpower. So let's say if somebody is contemplating something in their mind, that should I do it? Should I do it? Not do it? Should I do it? Not do it? Like, let's say if somebody's wanting to kill somebody, should I kill him? Should I not kill him? Should I kill him? Like some woman who's being abused, okay, and she's just been pushed to the limit, but yet she's still thinking. Now, if Mars was there alone, in a good dignity, in the same houses, 3, 6, 10, whatever, okay, she will think and maybe she'll pull back. But when Rahu comes in, remember, Rahu amplifies all the energy, and it takes the energies of the other planet that it sits with. It becomes that planet. So Rahu becomes that little, you know, that devil on your right side and the angel on the left side, or vice versa, whatever. Rahu becomes that. So Rahu he really pushes this person. Hey, come on. You know you can do it. You know you can kill him. He's the bad guy. You have to do it. You have to do it not just for yourself, for all the women out there who are being abused. So what this does, it pushes the person to the limit where they can actually take that action. Because even though they have the ability to take that action, Rahu pushes them forward and makes them stab that person or shoot that person. So when it comes to politics, they're willing to cheat this person, screw that person, make this connection, make that connection, and go at it. Like they want that power. So Rahu and Mars together is somebody who's power hungry, who's really power hungry. He's more power hungry than Sun and Rahu, because Sun doesn't have that fighting ability. It has the agility, but not the fighting ability. Mars has the fighting ability, that I can withstand anything and I'll do that. So lawyers have this. Lawyers are supposed to manipulate people. They're supposed to, be very, so this happens with Mars and Rahu conjunction. And I've seen this too. I've seen it about in 6 charts where the person who's a lawyer had Mars and Rahu conjunction. Because it requires that fighting nature. So if you are an athlete and you have Mars and Rahu together, that's it. That's the perfect combination in a positive way, because it pushes you. Like Rahu becomes that NOS gas in the car. Like car can go 120 miles an hour and it's fast. But when you put that NOS gas tank, 350 miles an hour in 6 seconds. So that's why people are really, really successful with this combination. So in a positive way, people become massively successful. They become, the leader of any field that they choose to be in. And also remember, Mars represents weapons, and Rahu represents power of illusion, power to distract somebody from the true path and take another path which they think is right. It puts an illusion into their mind. So what happens with this conjunction also, these people become complete master of weapons, master of weaponry. What do I mean by that though? First of all, there's a weaponry like, making weapons, like making guns, making, missiles. And people in this business have this conjunction, okay? Because they think they're doing something right by building weapons for a country, by building, protection for their homeland. Yet in true aspect, if the Rahu's illusion is taken away, they're doing the wrong thing. They're creating more destruction. That's what happened. But also, people with this combination are also good at tantric ability to do black magic on people, because black magic is a weapon that people do on other people. So they have this ability to contact the other side, get this invisible weapon going, because remember, Rahu represents invisible things you cannot see. Okay, and I've discussed this many times over. So this conjunction represents people who are into tantric stuff, especially if this combination is in the 8th house and the 12th house. These people are interested in these things a lot. Okay, so guys, this was my basic and also this is very, very, very destructive for marriage, especially if this two combination is in the 7th house and 2nd house, and as well as the 4th house. Okay, besides the anger houses, like 12th house represents anger and all that. Now in 12th house, these two combinations can actually lead a person into a jail. Like they can spend time in jail, or what also happens is that these people might become a warden of a jail. Like all the security in the jail becomes that too. So don't think that this is going to happen to you. You might actually be inside a jail as a cop. So this is what happens with this combination. Now, whatever I just said is a very basic combination. There are degrees of how severe and how light this combination is. That depends on how closely these 2 degrees are into conjunction, what nakshatra these 2 are sitting in, because Rahu could be in a different nakshatra, Mars could be in a different nakshatra, meaning constellation. Okay, there can also be different padhas. Padhas, we'll have to get to that, but it's too technical. I'm getting too technical, so I don't want to do that. I don't want to, make your mind go crazy. But you have to look at these things. You have to look at the divisional charts, like Nimansha chart, to see the dignity of these planets. Is Rahu good in Nimansha chart, in the D9 chart? Or is Mars bad or good in the D9 chart? Depending upon that, then you judge, okay, this is what's going to happen. So if I told you something and you're all scared, don't be, because depending upon those things that I just told you, that's what makes a difference. So guys, this was my basic analysis on Rahu and Mars conjunction. We'll be tackling other planets in the next episode. If you're new to my channel, subscribe above. That's what I do. I give you all the knowledge in the world. So if you want more knowledge, subscribe above so you can get more knowledge. And if you want to know more about astrology and my book on astrology, check out my link below.